Whether you're watching, listening or reading this episode, welcome back to the Runpreneur vlog, where we're on a mission to raise £1 million for children's charities by vlog running on consecutive days the distance of one lap around the planet. It's a staggering 40,075 kilometres. I intend to run every single day, barefoot style, minimum of 5k. It's going to take about 15 years, so pretty epic. For those regulars, you'll know that I vlog about all things entrepreneurship and running. It is a beautiful morning today. It's a bit gusty, but the sun is out. It has hammered it down, but fortunately it's dried out now. And it's Friday Funnels today, where we talk about all things sales, funnels and marketing. And today's topic is key person of influence. So as always, if you like this episode, please give it a like, a comment and a subscribe, and let's get started. So, key person of influence is a phrase that's generally referred to by the book that Daniel Priestley wrote, amazing book called Key Person of Influence. And ultimately it means exactly what it states. It's all about becoming a key person of influence, an expert in your field, where people will follow and listen to your content based on your knowledge base, or in many instances perceived knowledge base, because it can be perception related too. Now it's something that's super important, and it's something that I'm more aware of than most. And the reason I say that is that I'm not in any way, shape or form a key person, a natural key person of influence. I try to be, but I'm not natural, and as a result, a lot of my business success comes from partnering people with people who are naturally a key person of influence. I'm just going past a massive tractor here who's doing some kind of gardening maintenance on public ground, so trying to get round it. Whew. Oh, it's got a mouthful of hedge trimmings, but anyway, I digress. And so my business success has been built around partnering with people who are natural key people of influence. And the reason that's such a powerful combination is that a key person of influence is ultimately a promoter. It's a front face of the business, but it is so important to have that person in place, because they will be the front face of the business. And we all know that people buy from people. And I use my business partner Jack as an example. Okay, now he does content every day, I do content every day, but his content just gets so much more attention and so much more engagement than mine. And okay, stylistically it's different, so that's one differential. But the second thing is, I would also, we talk about this and we both agree that my content in terms of information is far better than his. But he hooks people in, he gets more engagement, he gets more people following him. So that would argue that his content is way better than mine. And that's the beauty of marketing. The data will always tell you the truth. We perceive that my content's more valuable, but it's digested so much more easily with his delivery. And so as a result, he front faces most of the business operations, because he drives a lot more traffic into our funnels and ultimately become clients. So going back to the book, Key Person of Influence, there's a 5-stage method that Daniel Priestley talks about here. And before we go into this, is if you have your own business, you need a key person of influence for it, because it is the catalyst, it's the driver, it's what's going to spearhead your growth and progression of having that person that people can relate to. So really important you understand that. So even if you haven't got a partner and you're starting a business, you need to be prepared to step up and be that key person of influence if you want to have a better chance at success. And Daniel Priestley's five-stage model is, number one is the pitch. And he talks about, you need to be able to say in a sentence or a very short paragraph, they call it the elevator pitch, what you do and who you serve. and why you do it. Okay? Well, if we look at what I'm doing now, is I'm on a mission to raise £1 million for children's charities by run vlogging on consecutive days, one distance around the planet. Pretty obvious what I'm doing, raising money. I will go into more detail about the charities when I launch. It's not common knowledge yet, so I'll tell you about the reason I've chosen certain charities and my reasonings why, and a lot more about that. But as you see, it's a pretty punchy pitch. People can understand what I'm doing, and the only bit that's missing is the why, and that will come shortly when I start talking about why I've chosen those specific charities. So you've got to be able to have a clear and concise way of telling people what you do, who you help, and why you do it. Okay, if you can do that in 30 seconds, and it's very clear and easily understood, your message will not be misinterpreted. Number 2 is publish content. It's all good and well having a super slick elevator pitch, but if you don't publish content regularly he did another book called 24 Assets, and it's about all the different assets you can put your content related material in. So I do a vlog, I do a blog, I do a podcast. I'm on every social platform in every different format. So stories, infographics, reels, fleet, YouTube. I'm on them all. YouTube Shorts in different varying formats, because some will relate to certain people and be digested by people better than others. So it's about getting your content out there. Super, super important. Number 3 is creating a product ecosystem or service ecosystem. So with the information that you provide, what can you package up into products or services that can create monetary streams of income? Okay, so that's the next stage. Now, what I'm doing is completely charitable, so in this respect I'm not about making money, it's about fundraising. So it's raising money rather than making it, which is more important to me than making money from my own back pocket. Absolutely. So, but it's the same principle. I'm still trying to make money, I'm just trying to make it in aid of a charity as opposed to put it in my back pocket. So that's having product ecosystem. So there'll be stuff that I introduce during this challenge that will be a paid for service, but all the money will go to charity. Okay, so product ecosystems is really important. The next one is raising your profile. So if you do Google search in your name, if you're not the top searches, then something's going wrong, and you need to try and make sure you're the top searches and in the right publicity. People say there's no such thing as bad publicity, but I wouldn't want a load of slanderous stuff appearing at the first page of Google when someone searches your name. So raising your profile, but you do that by putting more and more content out there. Google will pick up on this over the course of time. So that's super important as well, raising your profile. And the 5th, and arguably it is the most important for growth, but you can't do it unless you follow the other steps, and that's partnerships. So growing by strategic partnerships, it's collaboration. It's what Russell Brunson would call the Dream 100, growing by collaboration. So strategically aligning yourself with people that are followed or where your target market hangs out. How can you collaborate with them to get additional exposure? And that's what my challenge is going to be all about. Because I'm already, I already have my elevator pitch almost, so that I can tell people very clearly and concisely what I do. I publish content every day in 32 different places, every single day. Long, short, and extra short content. So infographics, text, audio, I cover all the bases, or nearly all the bases. I need to do some more lives, which will be introduced in the not too distant future. 3, product ecosystem. Once I get the page set up with a web page with the call to actions, I'll be creating lots of products and services that will purely be for raising money for this amazing cause. So that'll be my product ecosystem, which I'm working on in the background. Number 4, raising my profile. Well, everything I'm doing is hopefully raising my profile. I'm doing Guinness World Records. I do two attempts every year to try and get some extra PR, and it's all geared around raising the profile. Not for me, but what I'm doing. But if you follow the KPI rules, I need to raise my own profile. I'm quite, introverted. I don't like being a front face of things, bizarrely. I hide behind my brand that I'm so proud of, but inevitably me and my brand are quite closely knitted together now, as I've been doing this for about 300 days. And then collaborations. So we're working on a collaboration plan of all the people we can reach out to and persistently reach out to kind of nail some of these collaborations which are going to give the growth and the reach that we need. So hopefully that's giving you a good understanding of what it takes to be a key person. The other one that I'll be working on in the background is a book as well. That will be kind of towards the end of the year, but a book's the other one that I wanted to kind of introduce into the mix. That's one of the big ones that I'm currently not doing, but will do in the future. So hopefully that gives you a good understanding. But I strongly recommend you read the Daniel Priestley books. They're amazing. Oversubscribed is probably my favourite. There's I think he did the Entrepreneur Revolution. He did 24 Assets and Key Person Influence, the 4 books. They're all absolutely amazing. He's a truly amazing marketer, and between him and Russell Brunson are probably my 2 favourite people to follow in marketing, along with my mentor, of course, Rob Moore, who's a disruptive entrepreneur. So there's hope that's helped and it's given you some stuff to think about. If you don't have a KPI for your business, you really need to start thinking about that. So that's pretty much it from me today. As always, if you've got any questions, drop me a comment. I'll respond to everyone. If it's a bigger topic, I'll do a separate vlog episode and I'll tag you in. Please check out the links in my bios. As you can, all the content is catalogued by playlist, so you can find relevant information nice and easily via whether you want to watch, listen or read it. And also keep up to date with my challenge updates as well by following me on Strava. And I also post a lot about where I'm up to on the journey, so keep posted. And all I have to say is that the content that I create was always geared around helping people overcome the emotions of stress, overwhelm and anxiety by using exercise, or in my case running, as a release mechanism to kind of clear your head, process what's going on in your life, gain clarity and focus and move on. If you don't have that process in place, it's like pressure that builds up in a pipe without a release valve, and that pressure in the form of stress will grow and grow and grow if you don't release it. It'll turn into overwhelm. Overwhelm is when there's too much going on. You start thinking, how do I do this? You freeze, you panic, and it then starts moving into kind of the world of anxiety, which is horrendous. It's panic attacks, it's anxiety attacks. You're into the realms of mental health issues, and then ultimately the pipe bursts with too much pressure, and in that result you have a breakdown, or if it's a business we're talking about here, the business breaks down. Either or can be super negative on your life, and it's a really, really dark place. Now I've been there. I've lost multiple businesses because of this. I've lost multiple business partners because of this, and I've almost been bankrupt, and I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. So my kind of, it's no coincidence that since I've been doing this running vlog for the last 300 days, or 10 months I think we're just approaching, I've made more progress in these 10 months than I have in the previous 4 years. There's no coincidence that I've now got my release mechanism, and so I hope there's enough social proof to show that this stuff works. So my pledge to you is that if you are struggling with this, just drop me a message. There's no catch here at all. Remember, I don't do any selling other than fundraising, and in the future I might ask for a small donation to a children's charity, but at the moment it's completely free. Just drop me a message and we'll jump on a quick call. No catch, no sale. I'll give you a few hints and tips that can get you back on the right path. And many have taken me up on this already, and I know have made a huge positive difference in so many people's lives. As I always said, if we save one person or one business, this vlog has been 1,000,000% worthwhile. So that's pretty much it for me today. As always, if you like this episode, give it a like, comment and a subscribe. Check out the links in my bio for being able to watch, listen or read this content, and find the playlist related stuff that's relevant to your interest. And all that's left to say is stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.